All right, so this is what it is, right? If the woman is the breadwinner, oh Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Let
me just lean back.
Let's just get comfortable, girls.
It's sound like a mix-ish.
Right? All right, so if the woman is a breadwinner in the relationship, right? Is the relationship destined to fail?
No.
No. It depends on who she's in a relationship with.
There you go.
Okay. I'll go with that.
Yeah, Gianna, since you already started, go on.
Okay, well, Shelly really does have a point that it depends on who she's in the relationship with. But I said no off the bat because roles have changed over the years, and women are doing a lot more, and we're becoming more educated, and there are less men actually doing that. So it is unfair for us to think that we won't end up being the breadwinner at some point in time.
So hold on, let me just set this very clear. So Gianna, you are okay with getting up every morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, or whenever time you get up to get out of the house, or get out of the house at 9 o'clock, to work for the time, for your 8 hours, you collect your paycheck at the end of the month, you pay all the bills, and homeboy, or your partner, is sitting at home,
doing what? He has to be doing something.
Okay, got you right.
We would have been doing something.
Fine. What would he have to be doing for it to be okay with you?
The household duties.
So he will have to be cooking, cleaning, washing, doing all the domestic
rest of
stuff.
yeah.
All right, no problem. Danique?
Say it, D, let it out, honey, let it out.
No, first of all, I completely agree with Shelly. She made a valid point, and I think she kind of wrapped this whole discussion. But same thing with Gianna. But he can't be. I don't expect a man to do household duties. I don't expect that. It'll be nice. But at the same time, we both have to be working. We both have to be bringing something in. Now, if I make more money than you, no problem. As long as you're okay with that. Goes back to what Shelly said, that not a lot of men can handle a woman that's more successful than him. So, but he has to bring something to the table. It can't just be me working all day, all night, and come and take it. No.
So ambition is a must,
you is not my pitney. Yes.
But hold on.
Ambition is a must.
But I don't want you to misunderstand household duties. If the kids need to get dropped off and he's the father of the kids.
If you're a stay-at-home dad, you're a stay-at-home dad.
Okay, cool.
And that's your 8 hours. Yeah.
But I think we need to I think we need to hear from a man on that one, because I think his ego.
Oh, please.
No,
well, we need to stop being so sensitive about men's ego.
Yeah, but it's a real thing.
Tiptoes around a man's ego. Get over it.
It's
a real thing.
And like Danique said, not a lot of men can handle
and
being upstaged by a woman.
I agree with Shelly.
Upstaged? Why is it an upstage meant? I just made that
Shelly, what is your view on this, though? Because you seem to have a point. That,
I think
yes. All right, well, first of all, I think that women need to stop measuring themselves in comparison to men.
Yes.
My first problem with this type of conversation is that.
Okay.
My second problem with this type of conversation is as if women are supposed to not do their best because it's going to offend his ego.
Thank you.
No. Hold on. No.
What me can't do?
Okay, sorry.
My third problem with it is that we need to get out of this notion that there are set rules for every man and every woman in every relationship. Each relationship is different, and find the formula that works for you. There are relationships where women bring home the bacon and the men fry the bacon and everybody eats. That relationship works for that couple.
Right.
There are relationships where, as Danique said, she would prefer something where both of them is bringing into the table and then them deal with all them want to deal with them bacon. And there are other relationships that are more traditional. I think whenever we get into a situation where we're trying to define what's supposed to be for everybody in relationship, we'll never find what that formula is. Because especially now where women are already breadwinners. I'm a breadwinner in my house. Every woman I know now is a breadwinner.
True.
And in certain relationships, she makes more money than the man. And we need to get into this frame of mind, out of this frame of mind, where the man bringing the money to the relationship means something.
Means that he's the head of...
It's a family. Everybody needs to be taken care of. Whoever carry the money come. We need the money to take care of the family.
Instead
exactly. So it shouldn't be because she's bringing it, he feels a way about it. That's ridiculous.
Right. So I mean, it's clear that it's not destined to fail then.
It's not, exactly.
You find a
That
formula
answers the
that
question.
works for you
It's not
and
destined
what
to
is
fail.
both agreeable.
Absolutely.
And everybody
your
put
thing.
them little ego and insecurities to the
Side.
side
True.
for the greater good of this relationship. And let's just be happy and have great kids and all of that.
And make money and live good life. Yeah.
2 snaps and a dip.
You know, we can flip it too, you know. You have relationships where the man is working, the woman is not. And she feels as though I need to contribute to this. Time hard now. We could be living better. I need to contribute. I need to.
But what if her husband doesn't want her
Doesn't
to
want
work?
her to.
No,
Right.
but contribution is not necessarily financial. And
He
that's
doesn't
another
want her
problem.
contribution.
Contribution.
Right.
And this is why I
Exactly.
don't like this kind of conversation, because it's as if he who brings the money win. And I'm
Right.
saying, in a family where we are all supposed to be working
Right.
together for
Right.
our benefit
Right.
and our success, then
Everybody-
it shouldn't be because she brings in the money, it means something different than if him bringing the money.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
that about?
yeah. Exactly.
It's all a contribution, and everyone has their
Teamwork
role.
Of
right.
course.
makes the dream
So
work.
everybody does
Amen.
whatever it is. And there are situations where you have men that make a lot of money, and then for some reason they lose their job or something like that, and then the woman is the one that's making more money. And I mean, how does that work? You're
Yeah.
gonna leave him at that point because of that? No.
Yeah.
You actually try to.
Like Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill.
You know,
No, well, that's another
it's like-
conversation.
like,
Oh my
you
God,
know,
man, lad, man.
But you know, Drake went in on poor Meek and said, you know, all his boss wives are all his boss.
big up to all the
All
boss,
the boss
chicks,
girls.
wifing,
Wifing. Men.
Yeah, men,
Hello,
right. And we just censored all of that out
I'm sorry.
television sake.
Yeah,
okay?
for all who did.
But
all
y'all
who-
know what it is.
For all who don't
You know?
know, Google it.
And yeah. You know, and I'm guessing she makes more money than he.
No. You
No,
don't have to
she
guess that.
always
That's clear.
will, though.
But
That's
he's
clear.
making his cheddar as well.
That's
You know
clear.
what I mean? And they find a formula that works.
Exactly.
That's my thing. Find what works for you. Relationships
Exactly.
are not cookie cutter, and
I
it's
agree.
not one size fit all. It's not going to
Exactly.
happen like that.
And
You know what I mean? So
you know
find
what's,
something that works.
you know
for
what's wonderful about us being here in Jamaica, though, is that Jamaican women are known to have more managerial roles, and we're actually high up there. So this is a society that's already saying that the woman is quite powerful in her role,
Own right.
in her economic status, and we're doing well. So what is all of that body language, Shelley?
At that point, how much?
Because Jamaican men still expect when she come home from work
Thank
to
you.
wash her
Yeah.
clothes, wash
Thank
him
you.
clothes, and all of those
Exactly.
things.
Exactly.
After she done run the
Yes,
work and do all
exactly.
and manage her
and
company.
take care of all the bills.
Yeah.
That
for
is
the
quite
month.
a
That's
different
the point
matter.
that I don't
Yeah.
like. Because they'll say, oh, she can do that, but then she has to do everything else too.
No, but
and it's
that's
like,
a
it
different
gives them
matter.
an excuse to not have to do anything.
Okay.
Trust me, darling.
You know what? Some Jamaican men need to be upgraded. Them still analog and it's a digital world.
She does.
After the break.
Good segue, Shelley.
I know, right? I know, right?